What's up guys, my name is Devin, also known as FBE, and welcome back to another episode of Footballrs. In today's video, we're going to be doing another episode of the What Players Wear on the Field series, and today's video is going to be about Dallas Cowboys linebacker slash edge rusher, Micah Parsons. Just in case you guys are new to the series or just need a quick refresher about what we do, we take a player, we talk about their gear, head to toe, helmets, cleats, glove, pads, you name it. We're going to talk about it in this video. I'm going to tell you guys what the product is, what colorways they wear it in, why they wear it, and where you guys can get it for yourself. But before we get into the video, drop a comment right now on who you guys want to see next. As you guys can see by all these comments, we do look at these comments when we decide who we're going to feature next. We're going to kick things off by starting at the top, which means it's time to talk about the helmets. To start off the season, Micah Parsons was in the Riddell Speedflex. Parsons was rocking with the Speedflex since his days at Penn State, but he did make a mid-helmet season switch, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. But as of right now, the Riddell Speedflex is the most common helmet in football and has been for about the past 4 years or so. We've talked about the Speedflex a bunch on this channel, so I'm not going to dig too deep into it, but the Speedflex is a 5-star rated helmet, and the success of the Speedflex comes from the hex panel that you guys see on the front. This panel flexes to absorb impact and prevent it from getting to your head. If you guys want to get one for yourself, Green Gridiron has them for $520, link below. Also, just something to keep in mind as you guys watch this video, every single product we talk about will be linked in the description so you guys can buy it for yourself and wear the exact same gear as Micah Parsons. Next thing we're going to talk about is another helmet, the helmet Micah Parsons switched into for week 5, and that's going to be the Riddell Axiom. So while he did open up the season wearing the Riddell Speedflex, he did make the switch to the Riddell Axiom, which is the official successor of the Speedflex. This helmet is the future of the NFL, and while it does kind of look like a motorcycle helmet, this helmet is packed with tons of crazy technology. Riddell has carried over their flex panel technology from the Speedflex to the Axiom, but this time they have 4 panels. You have one in the front, 2 on the side, and 1 in the rear. That system is called their Surround Flex system. The next key component to this helmet is Riddell's True Fit system. Before players are able to actually wear the Axiom, they have to use Riddell's Verified T app to scan their head to get a nice 3D image. From there, Riddell takes this 3D image and creates custom pads to fit that player's head, giving them a perfect custom fitting helmet. Next thing we're going to talk about is the face mask and kind of the lack of a top bar. Now, all you guys on social media hate this helmet because it kind of looks incomplete. It is missing that top bar, but that is intentional because when that top bar is added, it restricts the flexibility of the shell. So without that bar, the shell is able to flex a little bit more and absorb a little bit more impact. The face mask that Parsons has on his Axiom is the 2BC-HP-TI. On this face mask, we have a couple jagged bars on the inside and then a raised center bar to give him a little bit of extra protection when rushing the quarterback or making a tackle. The last part about the Axiom is the built-in visor. As you guys can see on Parsons, this helmet does come with a built-in clear visor. That's going to give the wearer a little bit of extra eye protection and a wide field of view. Also, the visor seems to kind of complete the look of the helmet. Without it, it looks pretty bad. Next thing we're going to talk about is mouthguard. So far, we've seen Micah Parsons wear 2 different ones, but he only wears a mouthguard about half the time anyway, which is a little bit strange, but that's something I noticed during my research. For week 1, Parsons wore a Battle Oxygen mouthguard with their money design. These Battle mouthguards are some of my favorite because the material is super soft and fits super comfortable in your mouth, and they also look pretty cool. Parsons only wore this mouthguard for 1 week, but I figured I'd include it because it is pretty cool, and if you guys want to get some for yourself, you guys can check out Battle Sports website, link below. Since week 2 and on, when Parsons decided to wear a mouthguard, he's been wearing the Vettex mouthguards. So far, he's worn them in a white colorway and a royal blue colorway. These are pretty simple mouthguards, and they're really common in the NFL. You just take them out of the package and they're ready to go. They're also pretty comfortable and rather inexpensive. You guys can grab some on Amazon for less than 10 bucks. Now, the final piece to Micah Parsons' helmet setup is his Sportstar Victory T-Rex Hurricane chin strap. On both his Speedflex setup and his Axiom setup, he has been wearing that Sportstar chin strap. Sportstar chin straps are very popular in the NFL, and they are truly the best on the market. These chin straps are comfortable, they look good, and they absorb more contact than any of the other competitor chin straps on the market. If you guys want to get one for yourself, you guys can grab one for 32 bucks from Green Gridiron, linked in the description below. Now it's time to talk about Micah Parsons' shoulder pads. Parsons is in the XTech X2 shoulder pads. XTechs are some of the best in the game and probably the most popular in the NFL. With XTechs, you're able to get a totally customized fit so you guys can make the shoulder pads exactly how you want them. These pads are also super lightweight, but they're still going to be really protective. These pads allow Parsons to maneuver around offensive tackles, but also be totally protected when doing so. He also pairs those shoulder pads with XTech's 5-sided vented backplate to help protect that lower back. You guys can grab these shoulder pads from XTech for $550, and then the backplate is another $75. Next thing we're going to talk about is the gloves. This season, we've seen Micah Parsons wear 3 different pairs of football gloves. The first pair we're going to talk about is his Nike VaporJet 5.0s. He's worn these in a white colorway and a royal blue colorway. As the name says, these are the 5th fifth version of the Nike VaporJet series, which is Nike's main receiver glove line. These 5s came out in 2018, which was 4 years ago, but they are still a pretty good glove. These things fit super snug, and the Nike Magnet Grip palms are really sticky. Being an edge rusher and a linebacker, I'd honestly expect Parsons to wear like a padded receiver glove just to give him a little bit of extra protection, but these skill gloves are working good for him. Since these gloves are 4 years old, they're a little bit harder to find, but you might be able to find some pairs on eBay. We'll link in the description for you guys. Now, the next pair of gloves he's worn this season are the next glove in the VaporJet line, the Nike VaporJet 6.0. So far, we've only seen him pull these out in a white colorway. Like the 5.0s, these are a tight-fitting glove with really good Nike Magnet Grip palms. This grip can help Micah Parsons throw offensive tackles, but also grip the football if he needs to. Champ Sports still has some of these available for $45, but if you guys want more options, more colorways, more sizes, check eBay. Now, the final pair of gloves he's worn this season, and the pair he wears the most, is the Nike VaporJet 7.0. He's only worn these in a royal blue colorway, which looks pretty good with the Dallas Cowboys uniforms. These are the newest glove in the Nike VaporJet series, and honestly, some of the best gloves ever. These gloves are comfortable, they fit really good, and they have Nike's Magnet Grip Plus palm, which is going to be an upgrade from the regular Magnet Grip palm. These are truly my favorite gloves on the entire glove market right now, and they work great for Micah Parsons. If you guys want to grab a pair, Champ Sports has them for $50, linked in the description below. Next thing we're going to talk about is Micah Parsons custom thigh pads. Parsons is one of the many guys in the NFL to be wearing TreDCAL custom thigh pads. One of his pads has the Dallas Cowboys star, and the other one has his number 11. If you guys don't know what TreDCALs are, these are a custom thigh pad company, and they can pretty much put whatever you want on a thigh pad, whether it's design, a number, letters, whatever you guys want. It's a really cool way to express yourself on the field in a subtle manner. If you guys want to grab some for yourself, check out TreDCAL.com. It's finally time to talk about Micah Parsons cleats. For the first 3 weeks of the season, Micah Parsons was in a lesser known pair of Nike football cleats, the Nike Field General. During those 3 weeks, he only wore them in a white colorway, and then he also spatted them up as well. The Nike Field General is a big skill football cleat with a mid-cuff ankle and the older style alpha traction plate. I'm not really sure when these cleats dropped. I want to say 2016 or 2017 because it kind of fits the style of Nike cleats that were coming out then. But they're not really popular. I remember Big Ben had a pair, but that's pretty much it. If you guys want to grab a pair for yourself, since they are so uncommon and not a lot of guys like them, there's a bunch on eBay. Since week 4, Micah Parsons has been wearing the Nike Alpha Menace Pro 3. Parsons is one of the best defensive stars in the NFL. Nike has taken notice and allowed him to customize his very own PEs. That means that these cleats are player exclusives, and they're built to Micah Parsons' exact specifications. He gets to customize the colorways, the traction plate, all that fun stuff. So far, we've seen him pull out a plethora of Dallas Cowboys colorways, and they're all pretty sick. We've seen white and royal blue, we've seen navy and silver, navy and white, and a couple other ones as well. They look really good. The Nike Alpha Menace Pro 3 is the latest big skill cleat from Nike. Similar to the Field Generals, these are a mid-cut Nike football cleat with an alpha traction plate and solid ankle support. They have an updated traction plate with studs placed at the outermost parts of your foot, so it's easy for Parsons to dig into the dirt and get inside the tackle or outside, whatever he needs to do. These studs are also pretty sharp, so they cut into the ground really nicely. If you guys want to grab some for yourself, they are going to be a cool $100 from Champ Sports, which is honestly a great deal for a good football cleat. There you guys have it. There's a full head-to-toe breakdown on star pass rusher Micah Parsons. Honestly, nothing too crazy. He keeps it pretty simple, but overall, some pretty cool stuff in there as well. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, like this video, comment who you guys want to see next, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. My name is Devin, also known as FBE, and thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of Footballers.